Wow. At last, everybody, finally a delicious and very important CPI reading. That's tremendous news for everybody. Obviously a much better week than the previous one, right? Not only because yesterday we're going to start firing Gary Gensler, but today we're seeing some numbers that are very good for everybody. I'm sorry I still got the morning voice, but I think it's going to be well worth it. Wake up, see the rates, and right now the prices are also moving. Might not be the greatest move because there's a bunch on the table this week. As you know, I'm going to remind you, but what happened, right? Well, let me tell you the full story. We were expecting 4.1 in the general CPI, and we were expecting maybe 5.4, 5.5 again in the core CPI. Remember that we've been talking about that. Well, brace yourselves for the CPI. We got 4%, the lowest since March 2021, meaning that it's obviously great news for the economy. That for Jerome Powell is going to be okay. Might be not considering the hike pause, right? The hike rate pause. And once he does that, I know that we're going to have very good news for the market prices. But not only that, the core CPI, that's what he's looking. That's what everyone wants to be down at 2% possibly, right? Because the United States CPI, that's falling really, really fast. It's going to be 3% next month, I'm sure. But it now is 5.3%. So from 5.5, 5.6, 5.5, 5.6 or so, now 5.3. You might say, well, Oscar, that's not really a big change. And I understand. And I mean, it's obviously not. Would love to be 5.1, right? But at least it's an indicator that, hey, what you're doing with the rates is actually working, even though we don't want the rate hikes because it adds a little bit of pressure to Bitcoin and obviously more bank failures, right? But at the end of the day, it is actually bringing inflation down according to the data. That's what we're seeing. So not only that, but also Hinman documents on XRP released sometime today. It's going to be huge for the XRP. Might also help rally a little bit the crypto that we're looking for. So in all, finally, we're seeing some actual economic data that is going to impact Shiba Inu, Cronos, Bitcoin, Ethereum. That I believe once everybody wakes up, right? It's pretty early right now, but for some people, obviously, different parts of the world, they're already like, whoa. So get ready, everybody. Don't forget to smash the like button, everybody. Consider subscribing to the channel. Well, obviously, a much better week than the previous one. CPI 4% lowest since March 2021. Now, here is really what matters, right? Look at this. Since the last year on core CPI, what really it's important for Jerome Powell, it's been 5.6, 5.5, 5.6, 5.5. So since the beginning of the year, I'm talking about, finally 5.3. So this is really, really good. And consensus was 5.3, forecast was 5.4, and actual was 5.3. So, it was what everybody was expecting. Right now, the price of Bitcoin hasn't done much. The price of Ethereum hasn't done much. Just a few ones like Terra Luna Classic, I saw some nice movement, so that's good. Pepe as well. So there's really right now, it's like everybody's holding on the 1 hour. We're seeing just a few of them doing something on the 24 hours. So there's, people are waking up to the news, and that is good. And what are the things that we're looking now? Well, the CPI data release is now out. The XRP Hinman documents, right, that we talked about, extremely a good win from a 2018 speech from William Hinman, a former SEC director. That's going to help XRP on the case against, Gary Gensler and whoever is, filing that lawsuit. And it's important because if they win with that, if they get much closer, if it's in favor that those documents released, then obviously it's going to help Binance, it's going to help Coinbase, it's going to help Kraken, it's going to help everyone who is sued or has a problem with the SEC, period. Tomorrow we have an US rate decision, the FOMC statement. So Wednesday is going to be hot. But today's data release is helping massively, and I love it. We have all of these too, and Friday we have all of this. So, in my opinion, It's a very important week for everybody to watch. I'm not saying that we're going to have massive pumps, right? Because, well, obviously we will love that, but still, when you have the SEC on top of us, it's just difficult to get out when Gary Gensler can issue more problems. But as of right now, fam, it's a good morning, great news. The data comes in favor for everyone. Hopefully, tomorrow we hear a closure again to and towards a hike rate pause. Thank you for watching, everybody. You've been updated. Good news. Peace.